Hello. Hi. Welcome to the second AP of Biotrophication. Um, if the UI looks different, no, it doesn't.
This is the same UI you've always seen.
This is the same. Uh, the stream looks the same as it did, and if you don't think it looks the same, then you're wrong. So, smiles. Um, but we have a guest. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Swampert. I'm Jacqueline. She, her pronouns. What other things should I say? I, I do podcasts and stuff with the Moonshot Network.
That's
Yeah.
true. Uh, you're fucking you're one of the hosts of Unwise Girls.
Yeah, I host Unwise Girls, a podcast that is currently watching the if you like that Percy Jackson TV show or hate it, I guess you can listen to us talk about that Unwise Girls on your podcatcher of choice.
It's been really funny because I've been like watching because I've not caught up on Unwise Girls unfortunately, but I've been watching like you uh you two like kind of vague about like oh yeah this it's like a bit mixed, and then I've been watching like other people who I know who are into it who are like really excited, and it's just I I love when there's discourse, you know?
You love a range of opinion. I think that's so fair.
I do. Um, no. There were reruns. Yeah, we're just starting now. I was rerunning some stuff that was Discord exclusive because of the strike. Um, but yeah. Oh, you know what? I should do this really quickly, but I'll do it while I introduce the game for folks. So this is we're gonna be playing Biotrophication, which is my currently Kickstarter bound on February 14th, Valentine's Day. TTRPG. It's gonna be a zine. Um, you can follow the page using the link that Nightbot is gonna post in chat for me, and also I'm just gonna make a little thingy for that. But yeah, we're gonna play it. It's about what if alien, what if aliens were fucked up and real, um, and domesticated humans. Oh wait, that's not the right exclamation point. You can also use exclamation point Gaza for Gaza Easons, but that's not what I meant to put up. I am still gonna do that though. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can also do exclamation point biotrophication for information on that game. I mean, the 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 pre-launch page mostly. Um, but yeah, last week I did one of these with Lilith, which those of you who've been sitting in the stream for the entire time have just saw a little while ago, and now me and Jacqueline are going to play. Um, so, yeah, I guess we should probably figure out who among us is going to play the alien, who among us is going to play the human. Um, I played the alien last time, although I also know that like next week is going to be my friend Wendy, who's like almost certainly going to play the alien. So
Okay.
you truly have this is truly your choice.
I it's an interesting choice here. You did say Among Us earlier, and
I
I
did.
I I do think that it's important for me to point that out. I think that maybe I want to be the human this time.
Sure, going human mode. Hell yeah. Uh, so I'll be. Let me mark mark us really quick. We'll come up with names and pronouns and stuff for characters as we go here. Um, but yeah, I think what we'll do, because last time I started the reading and we did like inverted headers. I think if you would like to start reading the book, that would be great. And then once you get to a header, I'll pick up.
Starting from the introduction.
Yeah.
All right, introduction. This game is meant to be somewhere between distressing and hot. This is not a game about human society with human ethics. It comes after that, when the stars turn their eyes to a world rife with capitalism and ecological disaster and decide to take the blazing gun from the hands of humanity. This is not a Posadas game either. It does not believe that what the aliens do is right or that this would be an ideal into capitalism. It is merely a reflection on an idea that's been shared across history. Given the choice between the possessive stare of a forceful but caring angel and the cold grip of capitalism, well, at least the angel is caring, right?
What is this? You're reading Biotrophication, a horror sci-fi romance TTRPG for two players in which one player plays a human who has resisted becoming a compliant pet like a biotrophy, and the other player plays an alien who questions the ideology behind conquering humanity and creating these biotrophies in the first place. The aliens people won handily against humanity. It was a bloodless war, but one that used weapons utterly unrecognizable to the few rebels who tried and failed to fight back. The sort of violence the aliens wield is not one that even involves fighting. It's ideological. It exists in the mind, in the nerves, and humans cannot resist it. The human is entertained with a fake job in a domed city, surveilled and given just enough autonomy to feel as if they have properly resisted the end of the world. Every week, they meet with the alien assigned to them as a sort of therapist and mediator, who is collecting data on them, hungering for them, considering the best way to break them into a thing that will look nice on a leash. To the alien society, this is a divine process, the highest humans can aspire to.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take
How
it
do I
from you.
play? You'll play out the story through a number of weeks, each of which contains a human scene, an alien scene, and an appointment scene. These minigames mark notable moments in the human and the alien's time together and apart. There's no need for dice or cards or tokens. You'll play this game through conversations with your fellow player, both in and out of character, and end things when the latch on the collar closes, or bare teeth shed alien blood.
Then there's the safety section, which, me and Jacqueline talked about safety, but I will also read through this just so that folks know what to expect from the game. Uh, is this game safe? If you trust each other and you're honest about your needs, it absolutely should be. First of all, this game contains allusions to gaslighting, allusions to mental and physical changes, an invisible bureaucracy that controls the paths of both human and alien, sex and sexual references, inherent pet play kinkiness. This game might go into even rougher topics, though, depending on where you want to go with it. It helps to have an honest conversation about your limits, the things you do and don't want to see, and the worries you might have about playing the game together. You can also find countless safety tools online, which might help guide you through that conversation.
And how do we start? You decide who will play the human and who will play the alien, as we've already done. Then turn the page and create your character using the questions offered. You can freely fill in any blanks the questions leave, up to and including character pronouns, species names, hometowns, etc. Also, feel free to discuss why your characters might have been chosen for each other, how they might align or misalign, what their relationship has been like thus far. Once that's all done, move on to the structure of play and begin playing.
Hell yeah. So we'll build the human and the alien. So the way we did it last time is whoever is not playing that playbook will ask the questions, and then whoever is will answer them. Uh,
Sick.
so, what does your name sound like to you?
I think my name sounds like my uh sounds like my hmm, sounds like my parents.
Hmm.
I should I elaborate on these answers or leave them simple?
You can elaborate as much as you like.
I think my name I think I took my name from just like certain parts of both of my parents' names. Uh I mostly go by a stage name nowadays.
Hmm.
Uh and or like an assumed name, I guess.
Right.
Uh, and so that's why it's I that's why I sort of it reminds me of them.
I've been told to do an evil laugh by Marcy Mousewife.
Okay.
Sorry. Um,
I was like, I did I activate you? Like,
no,
did I
no,
give the answer that turns you evil?
that would be wild. Do you want to decide that name now, or do you want to decide that name like as we go in terms of what it
Let's
actually is?
say Mina Kamitani.
Cool. How do you spell the last name?
Just Kamitani.
Okay, cool. Uh, and it's Mina for Mina.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. Uh, Actually, here I'm just gonna do Mina, for the sake of stream visibility.
that's so fair.
Awesome. Uh, cool. And
Uh,
pronouns?
let's do she, her.
Hell yeah. Okay. And the next question is... Sorry, I'm like doing layout. Okay, there we go. What does your name sound like to the alien?
Hmm. I Mina.
Nina.
Uh, I think it sounds like uh the cold flame between galaxies.
Hell yeah. What are you pretending you still do?
I teach. I teach younger wrestlers at a wrestling school.
Oh, that's good. Love this. Hi, Isabella. Um, and what's stopping you from giving in?
Let me see here. Let me read through these. I think I have more to do. This feels like death.
Awesome. Yeah, you want to ask me mine?
I do. What sort of organism are you?
Um, I feel like this is a being of energy. This is a being of pure energy. These are energy guys.
Okay. Uh, very cool. Are you? What sort of biotrophy would the human be for you? Do you think?
Uh, oh God. I feel like the cold flame of the like between galaxies one makes me lean towards a partner in understanding the universe.
That's interesting. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's uncomfortable about making the human your biotrophy?
Hmm. Uh, I'm trying to think of like which direction I want to kind of tilt in here, because
Yeah,
I leaned in one direction with my last alien, and I'm like I kind of want to maybe do the opposite. Um, I'm gonna go with I feel myself warping to their needs by the second.
that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, and the final question: what tempts you toward making the human your biotrophy?
Um. Ugh. I think also, yeah, in the void of space, I need something to care for.
Gotcha.
And I
Okay.
think my alien is oh god, what is my alien's name? Um I think I'm gonna go simple. It's Dur. No, actually, I think I'm gonna go with like a different consonant. Uh Fur but with an H. um
Okay.
they them.
Yeah.
Oop, they them. Awesome.
Sure. Very fun.
Fur. Okay. Yeah, and then we go into structure of play. Once you've made your characters, begin the first week. During each week, go through the following process: play a human scene, play an alien scene, play an appointment scene. Then we'll get into end of game when that happens. So we start with a human scene. So,
Okay.
human scene in which the human encounters something which reminds them they are in a domed city. The alien's player facilitates this scene, but the alien does not necessarily appear. First, the human picks a situation from the list below or their own idea.
Let me see here. Um, I think there's a big promotion, presentation, or party at the human's job. What if what if it's like there is like it's the first wrestling event that the first show that all my rookies are putting on.
Oh, that's really good. Okay, hell yeah. Um, so you're uh you're in like an old warehouse that is being like heavily monitored because like you know the aliens desperately do not want the humans to hurt themselves or each other because they have like you know, great plans for them, basically.
Yeah.
Um, and so like, there are drones, there are these like beings of these like kind of humanoid beings of raw energy, just like watching, like from the highest bleachers. Um, but on the map, shit's going down. Pe- pe- these kids really know how to wrestle. They're really just fucking each other up until at one point. Um, so one of Mina's students, there was some concern that she might be getting biotrophicated soon, and uh, she was supposed to show up like an hour ago, and just shows up now, like looking almost like hungover. Um, like definitely was like high the night before on something, and she like kind of slowly stumbles. Maybe this is in like the back room, like between matches. Um, Stumbles towards Mina and says, "Hey, uh, I don't know if this is gonna work out. I had a, I had a night last night."
You had a night last night. We've been preparing for this for almost a year now. Come on, I had to rebook your match. You were supposed to be on in the first round.
Yeah, well, my my she um I got really stressed out last night, and she showed up, and I don't know. I felt better, but yeah, my legs kind of feel like jelly.
I I like moved to like put a hand on her shoulder, um, and just like say like, are you okay? Who is she? You know you can talk to me about anything.
The alien. I mean, she's really nice. She made sure that I wasn't like I was fucking freaking out. She just helped me with my anxiety, and I guess whatever she gave me was a bit too much.
I Mia closes her eyes for a moment and like he is just like needs to gather herself, I think. Um
Hmm.
I think is just like how long question Eclipse, how long have the aliens been here?
Oh God. I mean, I feel like that's something we can decide together. How long would you want? Like,
Uh,
I'd lean towards like a couple months, but maybe it's more.
okay, okay. That in a couple months works fine for me. I think Mina like closes her eyes and like is like doing a bit of like grounding techniques before she continues the conversation, I think, just like really
Mm.
quickly. Like she's like, "All right, what do I smell? Like what am I touching right now? And what do I like what do I hear?" And she hears the clicking of cameras. Um
Yeah.
but and it like reminds her that she used to hear the clicking of cameras during matches when someone was doing an incredible move,
And
right?
now
When
it's all the
someone
time.
jumping off the top rope. Now it's completely indiscriminate.
Yeah.
Um and she opens her eyes and says, I know that it's difficult today to assert yourself, but you don't always you can rely on yourself and the people around you when you're having a hard time. You don't have to
Uh,
just give in.
yeah. I I guess. I guess I just didn't. I didn't really know what to do, because like, I mean, I like there isn't. I mean, back in the day, like I would call the hotline at my college, but now like they are the hotline.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Hey, you're gonna be all right, okay? You
Okay.
don't you said you are you do you feel up for a match today? Do you feel up for going out there?
Uh, yeah, I'm actually feeling better now that I'm here. I
Uh Mina looks her like are you is she like wobbling like does she still seem like the way she was like minutes ago?
she's like kind of settling on herself. Almost to an extent that's like disconcerting. Almost to an extent that's like, oh, there's some other influence here that just happened. Uh,
Okay. Mina says, "All right, you can go out there. I wasn't gonna have masked Keto go out there tonight. She's a bit too young, but I think you can do just a soft match, just nothing, nothing too strong. Just go run around the ring for a few minutes. And I won't make you do anything too hard, okay?
yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks. I should be okay. All right,
All
gonna get
right.
out there.
Good luck,
Thanks,
kid.
coach. Yeah, and she'll head out onto the stage, and she's definitely a bit more low key, but kills it, and I think beyond that, it is mostly a fairly normal night. Besides the constant observation of aliens.
Cool. I love it.
Awesome. Uh, so when the scene ends, the alien asks the human one question from the list below, and I'm going to ask, was life better before the aliens?
Uh think I think that's it's difficult, right? I think out should I try for more of an out of character answer or more of an in character answer?
Totally up to you.
Okay. I think Mina thinks back to like her own youth, right? Um and she's not like old, but like, being in like college. Um and thinks back to like the phones get answered nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like if the it if you're having trouble, someone will be there, even if it's not necessarily someone she would prefer to be there.
yeah,
Uh, and that sort of reliability, that you could say that reliability is better from a certain point of view.
yeah. Definitely somewhat. Um, yeah. And we move to the alien scene. Um,
Okay.
in which the alien sees something that reminds them of the fragility or smallness of humanity. The human's player facilitates the scene, but the human does not necessarily appear. First, the alien picks a situation from the list below or their own idea. Oh god.
Interesting.
Um. Hmm. I haven't. We didn't do this one on the last one that I did, so I'm gonna go with this one. A coterie of rebels is brought in for the alien to handle. Pathetic each.
Okay. Let me take a big sip of water and then start this off.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that so we start just standing before you. Can you describe yourself a little bit?
Yeah, I think Fur is a like I'm kind of imagining there's like this one like Stellaris alien type where it's just like a kind of like gelatinous body of starlight or like the cosmos, like darkness and then like stars within. Um and then just like a nervous system of like pure light within it.
Okay, sick. So I think that there are 7 humans standing before you, uh, who they aren't chained. Are still wearing the clothes that they were wearing when they were taken in. They are they are wearing, I would say, sort of like slapdash, like like rebel wear,
Right.
like something that you would like some of them are wearing like they all look like misfits. I think 3 of them are wearing band t-shirts for like bands the other 4 had never heard of. I think that like some of them are wearing hats, but not none of them are wearing the same kind of hat. They don't have a coordinated look. And one of them is has a pistol. um that is sort of been like something's been done to it,
Yeah.
and they're standing before you, and I think like another alien. I'm going to say Gresh.
Hmm.
Gresh.
Fresh.
Gresh, who has sort of a more like demeanor, is um uh sort of looking at you and says like well for it's been a little bit since you've had to handle any rebels. How about you take this one? I don't feel like it today. I'm gonna go human watching.
Oh, well, I do ill like handling the rebels, but I suppose it can be done.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's good on you. And just like disappears.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, which one of you is in charge? I know that's how you humans like to do it.
Three of them. Uh, wait, no. One of them starts to speak up. I think one on the far left, who is wearing both a hat and a band shirt. And the with like scruffy curly hair, and a bloody nose, and it's like starts to speak up to say like but then the one who's right next to them puts a hand over them and over their mouth and says, "We're a collective non-hierarchical unit."
I see. Well, and just kind of looks towards the one who said I am. Um, I think I'll be speaking to all of you, but I'll keep my well, I'll keep my attention here. Definitely does not have eyes. Is just
Uh-huh.
like tilting its weird little head, their weird little head towards these guys. Um, so I have to admit I did not have much time to read the file. Uh, you tell me what you're in for.
I'm in for the simple crime of defying your rule, you fucking alien weirdo.
Hmm. Yes,
We
yes.
no, we are a federation who are standing up against what you think we should believe in.
I see. And what is it that we should? Well, what is it that we think you should believe in?
It's all about and the one who's next to them seeing that the supposed leader can't really like come up with a statement, says like it's about autonomy. It's about we care about autonomy and you don't care about autonomy like we do. And the leader like picks back up and says, "Yeah, we were spray painting the walls because to declare our sort of autonomous message. Uh, we we're not going to just let you take over humanity."
Hmm. I see. I suppose we have taken some degree of autonomy from you. The right to eat slop every day. The right to starve otherwise. The right to pay exorbitant fees for healthcare, for driving your cars that shred plastic into the very atmosphere. I suppose we have removed some of your autonomy. It's true. Now, I will say, the expectation with scenarios such as this one is that I look at you, I look into your eyes, and I change you. The person who comes out of this room, the 7 people who come out of this room, will not be the same 7 who came in. That is the nature of my. That is what is required of me.
The one in the middle starts to cry.
Hmm. Crying. I see. What are you crying about, dear?
I don't want to be different. You're scaring her.
I know. But here's the thing. This change can come from my, as I suppose your Earth media would call it, my magical fingers, my abracadabra alakazam, or it could come from within. It could come from you. You could agree to cooperate. There is plenty of room for autonomy within the collective. All that we ask is that you accept defeat.
The one on the other side from the leader, who is wearing neither a hat nor a band shirt, says, "We deserve the right to put as much plastic as we want in the air without you doing this. Quick, Carlos, shoot!" And the leader on the other side like tries to reach for the gun, but he doesn't actually move their arm.
You don't want to shoot me, do you? You don't think it would
Hey,
work?
you're like made of weird stuff. You're not human.
Hmm. You're right, I'm not human. Me and my people are made of starlight, of nebula dust, of things vast, old. But so are you. And, well, I don't imagine you think I was born out of some womb. We were, uh, we are advanced beings, and it is our intention to, one day, when humanity is ready, advance you to our state. So, all I ask, hand over the gun, and smile, and thank us for all we've done. It's not that hard, is it? I imagine fighting must be much harder.
Um, the tallest one, the one second from the right, who you haven't heard from yet, like very gently says, "Carlos, just give it the gun." And Carlos takes his hand and sort of forces his hands to the gun, uh, and throws it on the ground.
Very good. And, Fur is gonna pick it up and, like, grip it a little bit, and it's just gonna, like, turn into ash. Um, now, is there anything we can get you all to eat? Anything in the world?
The the um, I think the I think the crying one, uh, like looks up when he says that, and like you see a hunger in her eyes that makes you think, I wish I could feed this person every day.
Hmm.
And then before she can respond, Carlos answers, "Just get us some pizza before we thank you for anything."
Yes, we can get you some pizza. I just need to go over to the fabricator. Well, it was very nice getting to meet you all, and I hope that you are. I hope the next time I see you, you are contributing to the collective. Ta ta. and Fur will head out.
I think that's seen. Uh,
Yeah.
have humans made life better for you?
Oh boy. Um, Honestly, I think Fur really dislikes this part of the process. Fur really dislikes being the conqueror and would much rather just like exist in a partnership with these people. And like it's like maybe one of Fur's least favorite parts of the collective. As much as like they kind of poise that they like poise as if they revel in it. Um, and so I think that I think that humans will make life better for them, but not yet.
Good,
Um,
good stuff.
yeah. Appointment scene, in which the alien checks in with the human in a scheduled appointment. Both players facilitate the scene. The alien and the human meet in the human's living space. It is expected the alien asks a question, and the human answers it. It's natural for the conversation to flow differently. I will first ask, what does the human's living space look like? What does Mina's living space look like?
She lives in an apartment above the gym. And I think that it has it's been a bit different these past few months. Um, I think it just like shifted one day, so it's a bit more sterile than she remembers.
Hmm.
Uh, Probably right before the appointment started. But it's just sort of it's a small apartment. There are weights in one corner. There's like a Sega Saturn, like that, like a dusty Sega Saturn stacked up, under a TV and a very sparse a sparse bed.
Love it. Oh wait, I definitely. Sorry, I'm realizing. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Uh, yeah. Fur. I don't think Fur needs to knock. Fur is simply you know, Fur simply enters. And I imagine there's like it's a time. It's a scheduled appointment. um, Fur Fur gives Mina a look and says, "Will we be sitting in the same spot as last time?"
Yeah, and she sits down on the weight bench.
All right. And Fur, I think Fur like um goes opposite the weight bench and like conjures their own weight bench out of like like stardust. Like it's not. It's just like made of like light and like sits on it. Um.
How long have we been having these appointments?
Oh, is that an in character? Is that like her voicing this, or is
Uh,
that
Let me make it in
asking me?
character.
Hell yeah.
Let me how many appointments we had at this point, Doc?
Well, we arrived about 3 months ago, so I suppose this must be 8 or 9.
That sounds right.
Hmm.
What do you want to talk about today?
Well, you, of course. Um, how how has this week been?
This week's been good. I went to I went to a nice little restaurant and had some food. That was pretty tasty. I and I my kids my trainees did a show. They did their first show and it went really well.
Hmm. And you're comfortable?
I'm Am I comfortable? Like dot 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 question mark.
I suppose that's not necessarily a very specific question, but you know, are
Am I
you?
comfortable right now?
Yes, let's say right now.
Well, my back hurts. My house has another person in it, which I don't usually like.
Hmm.
And this actually isn't a very nice place to sit, but I don't have a lot of sitting room. It doesn't feel right to sit on my bed during an appointment.
I see. Well, I I will note, of course, that two of these problems can be adjusted, with some permission on your part.
I like my house. I like my uncomfortable house.
Fair enough. Then, what plans do you have with this house for the future?
My I'm going to buy a plant. I'm gonna, I don't know, get a dog. Maybe I, maybe a cat. Maybe a frog. I don't know. I'm going to, meet some dashing hero who's gonna take me away from all of this, and we'll hide away in my apartment until, Kingdom Come.
Hmm. When you say dashing hero, do you mean a rebel?
Mina, rolls her eyes and says, "Why don't you just do it to me now and get it over with? Any spark of rebellion or any of that, I can tell you want something from me. Just get it over with."
Hmm. I suppose you're right. Not necessarily a subject we've breached before, but there are certain things that are expected of me. The collective does expect that of course, well, I mean, they are naturally concerned about you. You live alone in a small place. You have this back pain that you won't take the treatments that we offer you for. And you're teaching children how to engage in show violence. It to be clear, none of these things concern me. I find you
Of course they don't.
fascinating.
Of course they don't. But listen, Fur. Uh, no, she doesn't say that. Of course they don't. But listen, Doc. You're not going to be my dashing hero just because you don't want to come in here and stick your fingers up my nose until I sing your song. Uh, I, I, I have a community here. I, I, I know that something's going to happen eventually. Something's going to give.
Hmm.
But I'm going to sit right here and have my little dreams and not take your pain medication or whatever it is and just wait for life to run its course.
That's understandable. I yes. It is interesting though, isn't it? I mean, you've certainly considered it. You said you know something's going to happen.
I watch movies.
Hmm. You watch movies?
Usually not sci-fi, but I've watched sci-fi movies. I and I watched a lot of horror movies too.
I see. You're expecting me to whip out some ray or injector or something else, which, to be fair, powers that I do wield. Something like it, of course. But I, well, not out of any moral objection. I don't find them very fun. I don't really use them that much.
I'm sorry for not making this fun enough for you, Doc.
Oh no, you make it plenty fun. But yes, I suppose if I have to be, if I have to be entirely honest, I am, both myself and the collective are interested in you as a, a, a partner for me. But that day may never come. And, I will continue to provide you what support I can.
Mina laughs. Mina laughs and says, "You can be my partner when you can get in the ring with me and run the ropes."
Is that is that a promise?
If you ever, and she wipes her smile away and says, "I think our time's almost up."
It seems like it. Well, I'll see you next week.
See you then.
Take care, little Mina. And they'll head off.
Awesome.
Love to play this fucking evil freak.
Yes, very cool.
um, Once the alien collects enough information from their questions, decide one of the following outcomes together. Uh, it seems like things end cold. The alien gives a useless adage, and the human returns to dull life.
I would agree.
Hell yeah. Which brings us back to the human scene. Um, so you pick a situation.
Yeah. Let me see here. How's about we go with the hmm. The human has an uncomfortable date.
Oh god. Um, who is who is Mina going out with?
I think this is um Shoko, who used to work with Mina at insert random Japanese wrestling promotion here. But now or now I don't has been retired from the business for a while and now is has invited her out on a date of some sort.
Oh, I have a wicked idea for what to do with this. Holy shit. Um,
Okay.
okay, so let me also write down. I'm just writing down names that I have them. Shoko. Okay. Um, Shoko. Um, Shoko has definitely invited Mina to like this. Actually, wait. Did you have an idea for a place, or do you want me
Go
to?
ahead.
Okay, cool. Um, Shoko has invited Mina on a bowling date. Um, Now, of course, all the shoes have been like replaced with these like weird nano shoes that they're definitely a lot cleaner, but they kind of stick weirdly to your feet. They itch a little bit. Um,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, Shoko um Shoko likes this bowling alley because it has very few cameras and very little surveillance. The guy who runs it is a bit of a hard ass and has like struck a deal where he's able to like keep the lanes fairly clear of like surveillance. It's this like kind of old bowling alley with like each lane has like a little diorama of like a bowling ball and like multicolored pins with like a bunch of stars flying out. Um, and the screens and like the like information system is like famously finicky. You gotta really fuck with that. Um, and the guy who runs this place insisted with the aliens like you're not touching that. Fuck off.
It it's one of those situations where it's an incredibly busy and distracting like venue already, but he somehow managed to make the argument of like, yeah, you start putting cameras in, people will get distracted, they'll start throwing bowling balls anywhere, they'll
They're
get
throwing at
hurt.
each other. You people don't want people to be hurting each other, right? Well fuck off then.
And somehow came out on the winning side of that argument for now.
Yeah. Um, and so Shoko, is like adjusting her fingerless gloves. Uh, I think like pulls off her like olive denim jacket and like, or I think it's like olive canvas and like wraps it around her waist, um, and kind of looks towards Mina and says like as she's grabbing a bowling ball and like kind of readying her stance for her next throw. So what do you think of these well, the recent measures, the, you know, a lot of people getting changed.
Mina runs a hand through her hair. She has short hair. I think she has like a short, like, let's say like uh I'm measuring. You can't see me.
Mhm.
Like a clips model length hair, like maybe a little bit shorter than that actually. That's like dyed like in a sort of electric blue. Um, uh, and uh she has gotten like a little bit gussied up actually. She kind of lives in like sweatpants and t-shirts outside of the when she's not wrestling.
Hmm.
um but she wore like, okay, I'll wear my nice slacks, right? I'll wear like a button up to go bowling. um and she's like, well, you know, I can't complain too loudly, right?
I guess not. Although, I mean, this spot's pretty good for it, right?
Yeah,
If
I guess
anywhere.
so. I mean, it's hard, right? I don't like my neighbor. I think it happened to my neighbor. I'm not like completely sure, but something's weird now. Uh, I mean, I just hear different, like the noises are different. Like there were noises, but the walls are thin.
Hmm.
With my upstairs neighbor, but it feels like the walls got thinner or something, or like I'm hearing. I don't know. There's something. Everything gets a little weird nowadays.
Yeah. No, I get that. I, I, I think it's fucking disgusting. Just, I mean, you saw those people who were like volunteering for it.
Yeah.
Fucking freaks. Just don't give a shit about the rest of us. And I mean, the aliens themselves. If if humans get back on top, we'd be dumb not to just fucking build as many spaceships as we can from the wrecks of their bullshit and just, you know, take the stars, killing anything we can. Keep the galaxy quiet for us, you know.
Oh, Shoko, I always like to hear you go on your tirades. You, I, yeah. I mean, I guess I get what you mean. She's only thinking about she's thinking about like the comment about like fucking freaks, right?
Yeah,
And also thinking about what happened the other night at the show, um, and trying to like square that in her head.
right.
Um, uh, I think sort of distractedly picks up a bowling ball and just starts like rolling it, not like on the floor, but just like in her hands, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, and says like, yeah, I mean, I get you, but I don't. I mean, I certainly don't know how to fly a spaceship, and I don't know. I mean, what are you even doing nowadays, Shoko?
I mean, these days I'm just like, I mean, it turns out you don't need a job anymore. Like, that's the fucked up part. That's what I realized. I can just fucking hang out, and every week, guy shows up, and I can just fucking like vegetate and eat and smoke.
Wait, what do you mean you don't need a job anymore?
You don't have to, like, they don't tell you because they want us to think that we're doing shit, but like, you don't have to do anything. You can just like fucking veg out and like whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing fucking matters anymore.
He pauses for a moment and it's like, do you get like therapy appointments?
Yeah, you get therapy, you get food.
But do you get like, so you get those weekly check-ins too?
Yeah, there's like a
Okay.
one of the aliens shows up every week.
Oh, mine's never fed me.
Huh.
At least I don't think mine's fed me.
Well, I mean, Getting fed by your job, right?
I thought I was.
Yeah.
I think she like taps her foot for a second and is like I th- I don't think I've collected any payment for my students in a little bit though. Like maybe in a couple months.
Yeah.
And I also don't think I've paid rent.
You don't have to anymore. It's...
But why didn't I realize?
I think it's just easier if you don't think about it, because every time you had to think about it, like, you know what they say about, like, everything's, like you're a wrestler, right? And one of the kids. And every show, they do a perfect job. They do all their moves right. They don't break kayfabe. They, play it clean. They don't hurt anyone. And, you know, a bad teacher, not like you and me, but a bad teacher would not give them a second breath, would not fucking look at them. But they mess up once, and that's when you notice them. We we can only really notice the bad stuff. That's I think that's part of what makes us human. But it also does make it hard to, to tell what's happening to us, to see the bird cage being lowered over the plate.
Mina steps up to the lane and throws the ball and uh tries to do like tries to miss completely. Tries to throw it right into the gutter.
Mm-hmm.
Um and turns around and says, "Well, you want to veg out or do you want to kill?" You know, or do you, it I think says like, "Shoko, if you're not careful, you're gonna end up vegging out, just having dreams of going up in that spaceship. You're gonna think you're doing it.
Huh.
You're gonna think you won."
I guess you're right. Yeah. I gotta start thinking. I gotta start planning. I Thank you, Mina.
No problem. I missed you. You want cheese
Broom.
fries?
Bow, bow, bow. You got a strike.
Oh, uh,
The points don't
wait, is
fucking
strike the
matter
good one
anymore.
or the bad one? I forget how bowling works
It's
actually.
it's it's the good one.
Okay, cool. That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mina turns around and sees that she like hit all of them.
Yeah.
She knocked out. She's like, "We got to be careful.
Well, let's
Let's
get
have
some.
cheese fries."
Yeah, at least we can control that. All right. um. Hmm. Uh. God. Are you more or less enthusiastic about becoming a biotrophy?
Less.
Yeah.
Um, I've still got shit to do. I I'm my back doesn't work as well as it used to. I can't get in the ring every night. I have people who look up to me though. I have people who want to learn from me, and I have people who will one day want to learn from the people that I'm teaching. I I like to go out and entertain people, and I can't entertain just one person like that. I can't live like this. I don't think.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Um.
right.
So that leads us to the alien scene. So I pick a situation. Um. I like. Let's go with reports come in about a human who bit their alien. That's a fun one.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, you get not a phone call, but you get a call. You get a communication. Um, I think it's one of those like mass. It's like a mass email, right?
Mhm.
Um, but it's like you're like I think chilling out, like doing a little bit of chilling out yourself. Um, and just like there is a like a soft whirring that indicates that there's a message that's about to play. And maybe a screen comes on in front of you. Where do you work out of? Is it like a spaceship? Is it like a warehouse? What's
I like the idea that fur probably works in like a little habitat. That's like for them that's like on like landed on Earth. Um,
okay?
but like specifically, I think their office quote unquote is this like weird fucking like alien like Geiger-esque like pod that they go in, where they just have like a weird uh they're like weird like light neurons like connect to some sort of interface.
Yeah. So your neurons are connecting. There's a light whirring, and a voice starts to whisper. Bad news across the planet as the world. uh, Bad news across the entire galaxy. Perhaps the most tragic event in the entire world has just happened in all of history. And you get flashes of imagery. Um, there is a there is a there is an alien, not unlike yourself. I think it. You know what? Fuck it. It's Gresh,
Oh shit.
uh, the one who brought you, the
No.
humans before. Um, uh, you see Gresh like I don't know. I'm trying to like what is the consequence of being bitten?
Yeah, I
Like
don't know. Like is it injury? Is it death? Like what does
you
that
see
mean for our
you see
people?
Gresh solidified.
Oh god.
You see Gresh uh jointed. You see Gresh moving stiff. Uh and not even injured or dead. Just just different a different matter entirely, as it were. Um and like giving a report it almost seems like saying, yeah, I don't know what happened. I thought the appointment was going well. I thought the feeding was going okay. I should have sensed it. I think maybe I was distracted. I had just been out watching some others earlier that day. And then, I don't know, she started to say things about, she started to say, um, violent thoughts that I thought could end up with people getting hurt. And uh, stuff about killing people with spaceships. I reached out to give her a comforting hug, and I got bitten. Uh, and Gresh starts to hyperventilate, which is not
Hmm.
something you can normally do.
Oh boy.
Um, and Firth feel about this?
Fur is scared because Fur, I think on some level Fur feels like Mina could do this. And uh and that like, you know, Fur will be in such a state of like wanting to take care of Mina that they won't even see it coming. Because like they know that like this is a devastating thing for like, their people to experience. This is like terrible. Like to have um like all of your like all of the things that like make you able to like care for quote unquote like unevolved creatures, right? Like
Yeah.
all to have all of these things like stripped away from you, just to be like this uh just to have like flesh and blood and not just be nerves, and to like return to being made of flesh is terrifying. And like they know that it's because this like Gresh like lost touch with like the divine cosmic, like the blessing that was given to each and every one of them was lost for Gresh.
Yeah.
And it might be hard to get
Um,
back.
there's one before the report ends. There's one more sort of. It's a different crackling, and it is a. I think it is a sort of mass, like a mass commandment, sort of.
Mm,
Um, we all need to be safe nowadays. The most important. It when meeting with your human, you must not touch them without the proper precautions. Do not be swayed.
interesting.
Um, is that the scene? Does Fergo and like do anything to like respond to? I don't know, like to like after getting this sort of news.
Fur will send Gresh a message, just like, um, I know, I know not everyone is going to say this to you, and I hope that we're at a place in our friendship where you won't report me for this. But I really do hope you take care, and if I can do anything to bring you back to us, please say the word, and I will come to you. Love, Fur.
You get a message back almost instantly from Gresh. Uh, that I think it's fuck, man. I don't know, and that's it. Um,
Damn.
can I make a slight revision also to what the commandment was
Yeah,
before?
absolutely.
I said like without proper precaution. What I meant, I think what I meant more so was do not give comfort in a way like what do not give physical comfort while they can understand.
Right, yeah. Oof. Okay. Yeah.
Are you more or less enthusiastic about claiming the human?
Um, less, I think. Because I think that on some level, Fur is afraid. I mean, on many levels, Fur is afraid of this happening to them. That this is going to happen to them next. Um, Appointment.
Appointment.
As previously in the humans living space, is Mina sitting anywhere else or just on the bench again?
Mina is polishing a new bowling trophy. Uh,
Nice.
and I think this time sitting on her bed when you come in.
A trophy.
Yep.
Um, Fur will go to the the weightlifting bench and sit down. Um, Bowling, I say.
You didn't bring your own this time? Nodding to the bench.
Oh. Well, I mean, you weren't using it, were you?
I guess I wasn't. You
Hmm.
lift weights?
I. Hmm. I suppose I did at a time when I had a body, flesh and blood. Um, but now, no, not as much.
Was it like a strength building thing? Was it for your like core? Were you trying to look sexy for your fellow, aliens? Was it like a well, what was your motivation there?
I. I suppose there was a time when I was angry, and I don't really get angry like that anymore. Hmm.
Mina nods and says, "Well, Doc, you've opened up to me. How sweet."
Hmm. I suppose I have to a degree. But well, these appointments are not necessarily about me. Um, how's your week been?
My week's been fine. I went bowling. It holds up the trophy. I did a bit more training. I uh went to a restaurant. I ate a delicious bowl of soup. And I was looking at plants through a window, considering them.
Hmm. Yes. I suppose there is a lot to consider of them.
You seem
Mina,
nervous.
I'm a bit nervous. I will be frank with you. There was an incident. A Another of my kind was bitten by uh, a human, and such violence can induce certain reactions in us.
Were they your friend?
Yes, Gresh is my friend. I care quite a bit about Gresh.
Rash. I used to know a lady who went by the killer Thresh. The
Killer Thresh.
that I think Gresh could do with a bit of a moniker like that.
I agree. What about fur? What would you do with fur?
Hers too soft.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's not enough bite to it. Uh, hmm. Considers.
Bite.
Uh,
Yes.
but you know what? Put a mask on. Maybe get a the proud lion, the roaring tiger. Get something like that. I think you would do okay.
Oh, fun. Yes. I Mina. I suppose last time I feel as if I was too a bit too sharp, I suppose, in some of the ways that I discussed what is to come or what might come. I I would like to ask if you would be comfortable. I think it would be fun for me to try wrestling. Not with your league, obviously. During our appointment time, um, if you could teach me next week,
You want to wrestle with me?
I think it'd be fun.
Well, normally I ask for payment, but I have recently come to realize that I don't think we do that anymore.
Yes, we well, I don't know if you'll be dismayed or glad to learn this, but a number of this a number of your country's best known banking magnates are a little more than a leash decoration now.
I think it's kind of funny, and kind of scary. Well, what is this then? Are you gonna get me pinned to the ground and then, you know, that's it for me? I'm your little toy?
I I don't think that's the way that I would want things to go. If when it happens, I I don't want to change you, Mina. I quite like you. I mean, perhaps a little bit, but that that'll be more for fun. I I have a lot of questions about the collective, about the universe, about myself. And I have a lot of questions about you. Questions that I cannot necessarily answer in this, well, gestures vaguely at the apartment, in these little appointments. I suppose that I would be interested in I would be interested in your perspective on a lot of things. Things that I'm not really supposed to show you yet.
Throughout Fur's sort of throughout what Fur is saying, Mina is getting slowly and increasingly more angry, I think. um she starts to tap her foot. She starts to roll toss the trophy a little bit in the air and catch it. She is like looking around, sort of distracted while you're talking, and she says, "Do you just get off on watching me squirm? Is that what this whole thing is? I every single week, it feels like we're building up more and more to this, and I don't want to be your sounding board for whatever questions you have. I'm not just gonna. I know that what I know that it's inevitable. I know that I haven't gotten a text from my friend ever since I went on a date with her. I'm worried something bad happened. My neighbor, something happened to my neighbor. I know that I tried a minute ago to calm down, and I tried to feel what was around me and smell what was in the air, and the smell of my apartment is not the same as it was before you came in. And I don't she is freaking out a little bit.
Um, I think that I think Fur will like slowly stand, um, and kind of move to the side of the bed, and like lean in just a bit.
Uh, Mina turns to look at you. Her arms are at this point sort of, I think she's curled up a little bit. Her knees are to her chest, and her arms are a little bit over her face. So what you see of her is a flash of eyes and her open mouth shaking. So you, not intentionally, but the first thing you notice about her is her teeth as you come closer.
Mina, I I know that there is, when I say there's an expectation for me to biotropicate you, to do what the collective desires, I also mean that my every instinct that I have right now, instincts that were developed by the collective for this very purpose, is driving me to wreath your neck in light and take you somewhere where you will not be suffering. And every desire I have, every part of my mind knows that if I do that, there will never be an opportunity for you to do anything that you want to do, or for me to do anything that I want to do. That we will simply be expressing the desires of the collective, that I will be lost and you will be lost, and there won't be any wrestling or looking at the stars or teaching children to wrestle, or I I would like to take care of you, yes, and I would like to have you, but more importantly, I I want I wish that everything could just be Instead of what they've made us do. Instead of this. And
How
I
do
don't
things
know.
end here?
Yeah. uh God, I mean there are two really dark ways that we could go here if you wanna wrap it here.
I I feel like we need one more round.
Okay, yeah, we'll do one more round. I feel like this is cold. Although, I don't know. Would Mina accept a hug?
I like the blurriness of it.
Yeah.
I like the idea that we frame it as the alien gives a comforting hug and the human composes themselves, and we don't know how much like how much Mina was like aware of this happening.
Yeah. No, that's fun.
Like whether Fur followed the like, hey, cloud them a bit before doing that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I do. Yeah, I think that's really good. God. All right. Uh, back
One
to the
last round?
top. Yeah, one last round. Um, human scene in which the human encounters something which reminds them they are in a domed city. You pick from the list.
Okay. I think this one is the human witnesses a reminder that biotrophies are commonplace now.
Oh yeah. Um, where is the human today? Where is Mina today?
I think Mina is at I think Mina has another old friend um who she is going to talk about, who is now like a wrestling promoter, or who was a wrestling promoter a couple months ago, um who she heard is still doing wrestling stuff. uh she thinks so she is going there to see like, hey, can I like get some of my girls like matches, like can we, they're green, but maybe some 6-person tag matches, get them a bit of training. I think that's the situation.
Yeah. I I mean I definitely think that the way like I think like Mina Mina goes to this person's door and there's a note and it leads to a different address. Um and it's like a, fancily written collective like alien note. Um and like following that note, Mina arrives at like the entrance to one of these like weird little alien domes that like the aliens live in.
Yeah, like one we've seen like Fur in, for instance.
Yeah. Would Mina knock or ring its little fucked up alien doorbell?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Um, after a couple of moments, and the um, some like excited human footsteps, um, the like front blast door opens up, um, revealing this promoter. I like the idea of the promoter being named Marina.
Cool.
Um, she is a like I think she's like maybe 5'8", like short black hair that's been like one half has been shaved, the other half goes down on one side and has like a little like star like hair clips in it. Um
Yeah.
and she's wearing a like flowing dress made of a like seemingly like a leaf, like a silken leaf, a silken purple leaf that is like not of Earth. Like it's not familiar to to Mina. Um, and Marina looks Marina looks very happy. Um, not necessarily in like the same way that Mina's student was, like not in the like buzzed out of her mind way, but just in a like very nice way. And she looks towards Mina and says, "Oh, uh, 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 Zara, we have a guest. Hi, Mina.
Rena, what What are you wearing?
Oh, this is and okay, what did I call that? I just named the character. What did I call her? Uh,
Sarah? I think you said.
yeah, I'll go with Zera, Zera. Um, after like, but before Marina can respond, this like uh, I think more like I think this particular alien has like a like quadrupedal shape. Um, kind of moves towards Marina, looming over her, and says, "Why, yes, of course it's a fine dress. I had her pick it out. Who are you?"
Uh, I who are you? I'm Rena's old friend. I who are you?
Oh,
Is this a is this an appointment thing? Am I walking in walking in on an appointment?
no, no, you've walked in on Marina's permanent residence. Come, let's get you something to eat. If you'd step
Ah,
inside.
yeah. Mina steps inside. Uh, and I think it's just like sort of is just like kind of bemused, like almost like I don't think she's ever seen Marina in a dress before.
Yeah.
uh, and is like, so you live here now?
Yeah. Zara. I guess they're calling it biotrophication, but biotrophicated me. Um, and I live here now. She like takes care of me, and I mean, I still do a lot of the stuff that I did, but I also like do some stuff for like aliens. It's kind of cool. Like there's some stuff going on Mars that's pretty cool with like laser swords.
Oh, that's next level.
Yeah, no, I mean it's pretty fucking cool. But like I still I have all my contacts here, and yeah. Um,
You, I mean, you were always talking about, oh, I'm gonna push Natsu to the stars. Back when you were first getting, promoted, running your ace. I guess you weren't joking.
I guess I wasn't joking. Um, yeah, she does quite a good job. I mean, uh, normally this would be the sort of role that would be handled by one of us, but she's really taken to it. And yeah, you two are you kind of brought over to a table in Zara's kitchen, um, and like I think mostly the aliens like fabricate food, but Zara like starts cooking something up on like an actual stove. Um, it's kind of a weird alien stove. Like it's kind of like an orb that's like full of like fire. Um, that she's just kind of like tossing the ingredients in and then kind of swirling around with like her weird light neurons. Um,
Yeah.
oh,
I
she makes really good food. You're gonna like this.
yeah. Gee, sorry. There's a beeping.
No worries.
Yeah. Mina is kind of dumbstruck. Like I think she says, "All right, I'm happy to eat. I'm hungry." I'm like leans in close to Marina and says like, "Are are you okay?" Like in sort of a mirror of how she asked her trainee the other day.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I like. I mean, I guess. Uh, hey, Zara, we're gonna step away for a second. I just I want to show I want to show Mina the garden. Oh yes, go ahead, darling. The food will be done soon. Um, and Marina like gently kind of gestures Mina over to the side. Does actually lead her into like a garden of weird alien plants, including like the flowers that her dress clearly came from. Um,
Yeah.
and she kind of gives a little frown and says, I mean, like I'm enjoying myself. and I'm happy here. Um, and I'm able to do a lot here. But like this, like Zara did this to me, right?
Right.
Um, but also like the aliens, the celestials as they call themselves, like they did this to all of us. Like you're it's already happened to you. It's just a
Right.
question of accepting it or not accepting it. And I don't know. I like Zara. Zara most of the day lets me, as long as I'm not beating up on myself like I used to, like lets me roam around as much as I like and um keeps me well fed. Lets me go out.
Rena, you used to be such a hothead. Are you uh, how could you let I guess you didn't they've already done it.
Yeah. I mean, I did used to be such a hothead, and then Zara got her claws into me, and I mean, I can get there, right? But
Yeah.
you know, if I start
I
getting angry about her,
I mean, what are they gonna do? They've colonized our minds, is what you're saying. It's not just the ground around us, it's our brains. They're already in us.
I mean, they did that part first.
Of course they did. Of course they did. That's how that's how it works. You got to build up the hype before the entrance music even plays. You got to that was the music. They played the music. Then they came out. Then we booed or we cheered, but it didn't matter. They already played the music. That was how they set us up.
Yeah,
And now we're in the ring, but it's all it's all fake. It's all predetermined.
it's true. Though the way I figure it, end of the night, we're gonna take the makeup off and we're gonna go back home. And home might not be the same home that it used to be. We might be sleeping on some guy's couch tonight, or in a trailer, or on a bench. But the way they talk about it, this is a thing that we do for a little bit while they figure us out, and then eventually it's off to the stars. This is, it happened to them, and it's gonna happen to the next people. It's a it's an end state,
A galaxy of trophies.
or trophy makers like Zara's. Zara was one of us once, or not one of us, but you know what I mean. Like,
It was like us.
was a trophy, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, like, I I don't know. I listen, Mina. I I wouldn't blame you if you wanted it all to fall down.
I mean, what if they want me to want it to all fall down, right? You gotta have some fun in life, right? If they're already in my head, maybe that's the I think Mina thinks to Fur and thinks about Fur how Fur talks about like questioning the questioning the status quo and whatnot. Um and thinks like maybe they play at letting us have have some freedom, have some rebellion, maybe stoke us with some questions, stoke us with rebellious ideas that they put in our heads, and then that's it's a hunt, right? It's a hunt.
Maybe.
Are they gonna put me in a dress next? I don't know how to wear a dress. I don't do it that often. I don't know if it'll look good on me.
Don't worry. She let me pick.
Okay. You do look good.
Thank you.
It when we were tag teaming together, I always knew that you'd be the one to make it first. But I guess now I'm questioning what that means.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna
Go ahead.
I don't think I'm gonna have any food tonight, Marina.
That's okay. I'll I'll make up something about these silly unbiotrophicated humans and their strange appetites.
That sounds good. Hey, if I don't see you again, trails off.
Yeah.
And I think leaves through maybe there's like a back door that's nearby.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Um do you think the alien coordinated this event?
Yes. I I think that Mina is more convinced than ever that there is that this is sort of a predetermined path, right?
Mhm.
Um that they're all sort of their little like game they're all making their own little games for themselves. And that she couldn't necessarily that she was put that for put her towards talking to Marina, through some either direct power of suggestion or just by, saying certain keywords or hell, who knows, maybe talking to Zara and then they coordinate something together. She's not sure, but she doesn't feel like this was random.
Yeah. No, that definitely makes sense. Okay. Alien
Alien
scene.
teen? Yeah.
Yeah, I get to pick. I feel like the most interesting one here is some invisible bureaucrat calls the alien they want the human domesticated.
Yeah. Um could this happen while what my first thought for setting the scene is
Mhm.
that you are it's been a few weeks now. Maybe you're talking to a human who now is like has been biotrophicated by one of your kind, one of somebody who works like maybe in the same dome as you.
Yeah.
Uh I think it's the short one who you kind of wanted to biotropficate a bit
Right.
before. Um it comes to you wearing it's like a nice suit, like a pantsuit or something. And says, I believe that you have an appointment for today. For
Ah, yes. Hasn't yours made you cute? Yes, I'll get off
uh,
to my appointment, but thank you so much.
oh no, not that appointment. The appointment, the you're being appointmented.
Oh.
Uh, you um, just sit right here. Just sit right here.
Alright.
Um, and she runs through the other door, and I think maybe sets like a stand down on the ground, which like a screen flashes up from. Uh, and you've introduced the idea that it's not just the Celestials that are doing the biotrafficking, right?
Yeah.
Um, so theoretically, this invisible bureaucrat could not, might not even be a Celestial.
Mhm.
Um, but I think that they are sort of shadowed. When their face appears on the screen, there is like a humanoid, like a humanoid um visage from like the shoulders down, but neck up, it's all like spikes, and it's all spikes and chains and whirling shapes.
Hmm.
And this is this is someone who you've only ever heard referred to as boss.
Boss,
uh
good.
yeah. Boss says, "Fur, your report."
Boss. It is, it is progressing.
It's progressing. How long's it been now in Earth time?
Um, 3 months.
3 months. And do you know what the average rate of biotrophication is? The target.
I'm not aware.
3 months. You've
Three
hit your time
months.
limit.
Hmm. And I suppose it's time.
I suppose it is. Have you been putting it off for any reason? A lot of your colleagues have been accelerating the time scale.
She is... Uh, she is a fascinating creature, and I've been doing what I can to understand her.
I don't I don't know. I her I think you're soft.
Is that right?
I think that you don't understand what needs to be done.
I've heard that. That I'm soft. Well, what needs to be done then? Tell me.
You have your appointment tonight, right?
I do.
Collar her.
Hmm. It will
You
be
don't
done.
need to use you don't need to use sweet words. You don't need to use charming looks. It's for the best.
Hmm.
And I think that to illustrate one final point, Boss holds up a piece of like a shard of plastic, and says, "Do you know what this is?"
I don't.
Plastic.
Plastic.
It plastic. It's a piece of space junk that fell off of an orbital space station that the humans sent up, and then they didn't take care of it, and then it became space junk, and it hurtled through the darkness of space, and then it hurt someone, and now I have it, and that won't happen anymore because of you.
Hmm. Yes. I will... I will repair what has been broken.
Good night, little fur.
Good night, boss.
Click. Uh,
Yeah.
the short one scurries in to take the stand and says, hope you had a good meeting. Hey, Fur,
Yes?
you were thanks for being nice to me when I was crying.
Oh. I, yes, of course. Well, I try. I hope that, I hope that yours has been nice to you as well.
Can't complain, right?
No, you can't. Take care, little one. And, yeah, they'll head off.
Cool. What here reminds you of the human?
This short... Well, actually, I think the answer that Fur would like to give is this short human, of course, it's another human. But the real answer is Boss. Boss reminds, Fur that Fur is kind of weak. Fur likes to ask questions and interrogate things and look into them and try and understand. And you know, uh, Mina finds this annoying to some degree. Like
Uh-huh.
Mina finds this infuriating, and Boss is tired of it. And I think Fur is like also split about Fur isn't sure what they should do when they see Mina
Yeah.
tonight.
Perfect. All right. Appointment time?
Yeah, I think so. Um, this time I imagine the ring. Like it's quiet. All no one's really here. Um, just a dark warehouse with a mat. Um, no floodlights. Just the like radiant light that comes off of Fur's body.
Yeah. Mina is wearing her old wrestling gear. Um, Lots of spandex. I would say it's like a pair of shorts, um, a a bodysuit that is more form fitting than it was, like a lot more form fitting than it was when she wore it before. She's gained a lot of weight. Uh, she's got some belly peeking out.
Yeah.
Uh, and I think she's doing stretches when you come in.
Um,
Eh,
Fur is just as they always are. They don't really wear clothes. They just go full energy being.
yeah. Oh, also, I think that Mina has shaved her head for this.
Oh, fun.
Um, I She hears you come in and says, "All right, we got a new rookie in here today. How's it going, Doc?"
Hmm. All right. Now, it would be fun.
What's that?
Maybe we skip the teaching. Just
What do you?
a nice little match.
I don't know if I feel. Well, I don't know if I don't want to hurt you, Doc.
You won't hurt me. It'll be okay.
Okay. Normally, a rookie says something like that to me, I'd throw him out for the day. Today, I don't know. I just believe you.
Hmm. I see. Well, onto the mat then.
Uh, there is she carried a tiny bell in with her. And she hits it with a tiny hammer to begin the match. Uh, and I think she like starts off by like I think like we're circling each other. Like
Yeah.
and she immediately asks, "So why ask Doc? Why were we paired together?"
I think that they think you're strong and I'm weak. And I think that they want to take me out.
They want to take you out. What they want me to kill you?
No. Uh, I'm supposed to take the fall. You know. You no sell all my hits.
Ah,
I go down round one.
I see what you're saying. Uh, Mina tries to get a grapple around on you. Mina tries to grab you. What do you do?
Uh, Fur will. I think Fur isn't necessarily like interested in like flexing their powers here, and is just more interested in like enjoying the sport of it. And so Fur is going to like, uh, I think, like tap, uh, tap Mina on the neck a couple times, and like bring them both kind of down to the floor, um, and like I think on for on their knees like by Mina's side. Um,
Like holding her down.
yeah. Um,
Pretty quick reversal. Good job, Fur. Good job. First time she's used your name in a little bit.
Thank you. Um,
Uh, I
you
go ahead.
you came looking very nice.
Thank you. I thought I'd wear my best. I tried out a bit more of a fancy look the other day. I just feel more comfortable like this.
Hmm. Duly noted.
Uh, she frees herself from the ground and tries and runs to the ropes and gets to the top and gets to like the second turnstile. Turnstile isn't the word. But the second rope.
Yeah.
And stands up on it and says, "All right. Well, I mean, are you wearing your best? Is this how you want to look when you get penned?"
This is how I look. Yes. I think Fur is just caught in looking at her up there and like isn't really even gonna think about what to do next and is gonna get fucking slammed.
Yeah. I think this is a I'm trying to think. This is a Googling really quickly.
Good, 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 good.
We're looking at a simple I think it's a pretty simple frog splash. D which is for the uninitiated, basically just a jump off the ropes
Yeah.
and sort of go full body on top, just full body on top of them. Uh, I'm not the best at describing wrestling moves, but
No,
imagine a
yeah.
frog jumping on top of you, hitting you very hard.
Good stuff.
Uh, bringing for bringing Fur to the ground? Question mark.
Yeah, I think like Fur is brought to the ground and like I still don't think that any part of Fur's like body becomes physical now. It's just like they're just brought down like beneath Mina. Um or not like extra physical, not in the way that not in the way that would happen to Grash. Um
Yeah, absolutely.
and they look up at Mina like their weird little neurons kind of buzzing a little bit, um, with like a mix of like excitement and sadness,
Hmm.
and they they chuckle. Um, I Here's what I'm seeing from my perspective. I am fascinated with you. I have been told by my superiors that I should just take you. And I think a lot of me wants to. And physical and mental and all of it. I could so easily flip you over right now. And I could win. And that would be the end of it. But I don't want to lose you in doing so. How do I do this?
Um, Mina, I think Mina has a mean look in her eyes when she says, "Make me submit, weakling.
Oh,
Make me tap out."
So it's going to be that way. Um, and for like uh neurons on their body begin to like fan out and split, um, and this like horrible. I mean, maybe it's not horrible actually. This like psychic melody begins to like fill Mina's brain, um, and there's like quiet, like no thoughts for a couple seconds, and then just for like on top of Mina shouting KO. Do you see how easily it can be done? It's not much fun though, is it?
You forgot about something, Fur.
Oh.
You don't know how wrestling works. I know you've never watched a match in your life. We need a ref in here, and I'm not seeing one. And as long as there's no ref, that means this is just okay. A-okay. Uh, one of the students hits you in the head with a chair.
Oh god. Yeah, that would get fur. Fur's not
Not
expecting
like
that.
a literal attack, but like a if you're not expecting it. Like you're not
Yeah.
expecting to be hit with a folding chair right now.
17 flames of the outer of the. You were there the whole time.
She was under the ring, you dumbass. Oh my god, you don't know how it works at all, do you? You don't know how the show works. Say good job, Sayo. And
Yeah.
winks at Sayo, who is like kind of scared of you, so runs away after doing this. And she gets back up and says, "You get it now?"
Yes, I knew this. Well, I didn't know this.
You
There's a
didn't. Come
lot
on.
that I don't know.
You said you wanted to learn, right?
I do.
The way you said it before, I'm gonna be honest. It sounded like you wanted. You hear a lot about poets, like old poets. They're these really whiny guys who had wives who they would just yap and yap to about their problems until they felt like they understood the world better. And then their wives would go out and, I don't know, probably fuck some other lady instead of, actually caring what the dude said. You sounded like the old poet.
Yes. I forget about
Now,
the human gender situation. My apologies.
now, if you want to do this and you want to learn, you're gonna have to actually learn. All right?
I
You're gonna understand that I'm not just a trophy. I'm not just something for you to take. I'm and I think she like sighs and says, "When you put that collar on me, you're gonna be chaining yourself too."
good. That's what I was hoping for. I uh, the expectation that has been put upon both of us is so exhausting to think about. And I would do nothing would make me happier than to learn from you. Than
Hey, go ahead.
than to let you decide how things go.
Yeah, it's a push and pull, you know. We call the moves while we're there, while we're in the ring,
Mhm.
but we know how it ends. We know how it ends from the start. And she steps towards you and puts her arms like puts her arms out as though she's like waiting for it could either be like I'm not holding anything or I like come here for a hug, like that kind of holding her
Right.
arms out.
Yeah, for it would take this embrace.
And uh, she says, "Now fucking suplex me and get it over with."
Yeah, and for fucking flip Mina over, um, and create like a weird gravity field as Mina like would fall to the mat, and instead like, um, puts a weird neuron hand lightly around Mina's throat, um, and creates a little wreath of like light, and for like lets Mina drop to the ground, um, and then like pulls her up. Well, um, I suppose we should decide what we're doing with all this. Uh, there's a lot to be negotiated, but I'm glad that I'm glad that you're okay.
One of us has to take the fall each. I'm done with the fucking wrestling metaphors. I talk to these trainees all day and I just speak in metaphors. And I like the metaphors because I like the ring. And I think she like when she says she likes the ring, she sort of like her hand goes to her throat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. I
Good.
guess I like the ring.
I'm glad. Okay.
Uh, cool.
That I believe that's biotrophication. That's the human is biotrophicated, and we do ending.
All right.
Ending the game. The game ends when the alien takes the human as a biotrophy, or when the human bites the alien. Afterwards, discuss what happens next. If the human is the alien's biotrophy, discuss what happens next using the questions below or your own questions. So first of all, does the alien use their technology to change the human? How much? I don't think Fur would volunteer this, but if Mina wanted it, then Fur definitely would.
Mina. Yeah, Mina is like, all right, if we're fucking doing this, I want my back pain fixed. I want this. I want this. I want like slightly bigger tits. I like you're giving me the works.
Yeah, Fur would definitely go all in. Fur would probably eventually get so comfortable with it that they would like be like, "Oh no, you know, I like when I was doing this like thing for like your like skin therapy, like when I was giving you skin therapy, I like fucking accidentally made it so when you blush it's stars instead of red blood cells."
Uh-huh.
Like,
Uh-huh.
oopsie daisy. But that would probably be like, by like the 12th or 13th transformation that they would be bold enough to do that. Um,
Totally.
yeah. Love that. Um, does the human enjoy their time as a biotrophy? Does the alien give them a choice?
I This is interesting. Does the human enjoy their time as a biotrophy? Yes. Um, I think so. I think that it seems like Fur is the type to be like and you can like similar a little bit to Zara, I guess, to an extent of like you can still do some of like the stuff you're doing,
Mhm.
um, is my assumption.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
like uh, but also Mina gets Mina gets to get in the ring with someone again. She hasn't actually wrestled with anyone in a long time, and I think it becomes pretty frequent. Um, but does the alien give them a choice? I think I'm a little bit more. I think that there wasn't much of a choice here. In fact, like
No,
there was and
never.
there wasn't.
Yeah.
Right. Um.
I don't know if
I
there was a choice for anyone here. Like, I think
Yeah.
this was maybe like the boss probably can choose, um, but not anyone else.
Yeah.
It's
What if
just...
the aliens' doubts? Are they smoothed over or worsened?
I think at first they're worsened, and I think they're smoothed over. But in like a scary way, in a way where it's like Fur is losing control of themselves and like losing control of their ability to like engage with Mina in the way that they would prefer to engage with Mina.
Yeah.
And like maybe by that point it doesn't even really matter anymore. Like things have progressed far enough that it's like, you know, uh, like deciding what Mina wears today or something like would just become normal. After enough times like asking, hey, is it okay if I decide what you wear today?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Just like, oh, hey, I put your clothes out for you this morning.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that that's good.
Hmm.
There is sort of like an extent to which like I no, let's move on to the next question. Next question.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I'd love to hear your idea. It's up to you.
No, I'm trying to like conceptualize what I was saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
It I like this like thing of like they're falling into this role. Um, and like it just like happens to both of them in that way. Especially because I think like Mina made a big deal about like, yeah, the chain goes both ways, but that's not really true. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, when Fur tugs, Mina comes, as it were. That it comes to her, it comes to them. Like, like,
God.
don't like that, and it doesn't necessarily work the other way around. Um, like that. Yeah, I guess that's the. Don't say hmm in the chat.
Really good. Smiles. Yeah. Cool. And does the relationship between the alien and the humans ever change? I think we answered that. And yeah, like
Yeah, I think
for the
so.
weirder,
For the weirder,
the strange.
for the fucking kooky and quirky for sure. They're one quirky pair.
Yeah.
Uh, good game.
Cool. Yeah. What do you think? How do you enjoy that?
I enjoyed that. I like just the sort of simple prompt game. I like a game with cycles. I think this did that really well. You know, sort of very short cycle that you go through. It's a compact experience. I like Biotrophication. It's sick. It's hot. It's really good.
Hell yeah. I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. Is there anything that you would like to plug and direct people towards?
All right. I am going to plug. If you liked hearing me, you should go to Unwise Girls, my podcast that I do with my good friend Jane, where we read through all of Rick Riordan's books, Percy Jackson, all that. We're doing the Percy Jackson TV show right now. And we also have a little bonus show that we do, and that's very that's only for patrons, but where we just I had an incredible time watching Iron Blooded Orphans, and that was really fun. Gundam is really good, it turns out.
Hell yeah.
Listen to my podcasts.
I think is. I think maybe Iron Blooded Orphans is one of the one things from Gundam that I've actually watched. So, hell yeah, very cool.
Hell yeah. Thank you for inviting me on.
Yeah, of course. I need to raid someone. I need to decide who that's gonna be. So let's see who is live. Let's see. I got a couple options. Actually, I really don't. Yeah, no. My friend Melody Burst is live playing Disney's Donald Duck. Going Quackers. Go say hi. I don't know what that's about, but enjoy Disney's Donald Duck. Going Quackers.
Bye everyone.
Bye everyone. Take care. Oop. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Remember, if you don't like what you see, you can change it. It's up to you, really. Goodbye, good luck, and have fun